Well, good morning, builders. I am so excited for what we are going to be talking about today, and it's going to sound boring at first, but you're going to have to trust me. Today, we are talking about instruction manuals. And I know those are kind of the boring parts of the building set. The boring part is, how to actually build it. But when the Israelites came out of Egypt after the most amazing rescue ever, they actually didn't know it, but what they needed was an instruction manual. So I want everyone to close their eyes and imagine with me. You've just walked through the Red Sea. Your feet aren't even muddy, and you're on the other side, and it's a little bit hot, you're maybe a little bit thirsty, and you're thinking, what's next? And so now we can open our eyes. So the Israelites thought, what's next? We're in a desert. That's not the best way to begin. But they had already started to forget the amazing things that God had already done. He'd hidden them inside of a cloud. I think that'd be pretty cool. He moved the whole sea, and he set them free from an enemy that they thought they would never get away from. So they kept following God. They kept going through the desert, and God kept showing his people how well he could look after them, and how much they could trust him. So when they were hungry, God didn't say, dig in the dirt. He sent them bread from heaven. And that bread was so weird that what the Israelites called it meant, what is it? Which is a pretty good name. And then when everyone was really thirsty and sweaty and sandy and arguing, God made water come out of a rock. And Moses named that place Fighting, which also is a pretty good name. But still, after all of this, God's children didn't see the point. They didn't see what was going to happen. And they thought they could do a better job of looking after themselves than God did. But without God, there's no such thing as looking after yourself well, or even being happy. So God led them to a tall mountain where he was going to do something amazing. And he talked to Moses. So Moses went up on the mountain. And this is a big mountain. And all of a sudden, the mountain started to rumble. Can everyone rumble? Yeah, there you go. And then lightning started to flash, and the earth started to shake. And the people downstairs down on the bottom of the mountain were so scared. They were like, what the heck is happening? But what was happening up at the top of the mountain is that God was telling Moses that this people is my people. You are my people. And these are things that I want you to do to show you how to live so that people around you will know that you are my chosen people and that I love you. So God gave them some pretty important rules, like don't make yourselves pretend gods, don't kill people or steal or lie. And it showed them how life worked best, which is with God right at the center. And so Moses came down with these giant tablets made of stone, and he said, okay, this is what we have to do to show God that we love him. Can we do it? And much like Bob the Builder, all of them said, yes, we can. But they were wrong. They couldn't do it, no matter how many times they tried, because they could never keep every single rule. It's impossible. I mean, some of them are easy, like I would think not, killing people. But some of them are harder, like lying. But God knew that they couldn't do everything and that they couldn't be perfect. And he wanted them to know it too. So he was already making a way for one person who could keep all the rules and would bring grace to them and make sure that God's people were with him all the time. And can you guess who that person is? Come on now. Listen, the people who are hissing it at me don't count. That's enough out of you. Jesus. There we go. Can't believe I have to answer all my own questions. But, so today in Kids Work, we are going to be talking about the 10 Commandments, what they are, how they work, and how they show us the blueprint for God's plan to save us. So after worship is done, come meet me in the back. We'll play with blocks, we'll do bowling, and lots of other fun things. So I'll see you there. Let's get building.